Hello, it's Matt, and welcome to episode 67 of Gross Oversimplifications, where I talk about how to do stuff to your guitar yourself, and I do talk a lot. I'm aware of that. So what I'm going to do in this episode, and now I generally tell you how to do things. And I kind of prefer it that way because I'm just giving you the information and you can find out the way that works best for you to do the thing I'm talking about. So, I'm not the oracle. Some things don't have to be done a particular way. You can do them your way. And over time, you'll find what works best for you, like I did for me. But I'm going to show you something because I was, again, doing some soldering this morning. I was replacing a pot that was all burnt out. And it was burnt out because whoever's been doing the soldering over the years has been doing a lot of soldering, and I'll show you a little clip of that. And it's kind of obscene. When you do that sort of work, things will go wrong, okay? And so I'm going to show you in 3 minutes. I've never done this before. I took a video of me soldering, and I'm going to talk over it, okay? So I'm going to try this. Okay, so 3 minutes on how to solder to the back of pots. Okay, so number one, straight up, I have my soldering iron really hot, like quite hot, hotter than I would ever do for PCBs. Okay, because that's a bad idea. It's because the back of a pot, or mainly guitar parts, are big, and your soldering iron is made for little delicate things. So crank it up. Okay, and have it clean. And I'm going to start the video. So this is me. Now I tin everything, and that means just putting a little tiny bit of solder on stuff before you solder it. So sticking some on the wire, even though it's pre-tinned wire, I like to do it. Put a bit on the tip, and then put the tip on the back of the pot for a couple of seconds. Feed a little tiny bit of solder in. I use 0.7 solder. And you'll see the surface tension relax. And once that's relaxed, take it off. That's it. Then put the wire on and feed some solder in. And you'll see the surface tension sort of relax on itself. And once that's sort of done, there it goes. Get off. That's it. You've done. Okay. Give it a check. Make sure it's all right. And then, and I'll do another point on this. So I do this for three reasons, really. Number one, it looks pretty good. Number two is, so I have every ground point on the back of that pot as a single blob. Okay. And I do that because future you will be able to go, something fell off, something broke, something, pots twist around, things fall off. And if you can see a blob with no wire, well, that's your troubleshooting done. It's super, super quick. You can tell, that something's fallen off that blob and you can find it, or, you can repair it a lot easier. And the last point why I do it like this is because look at this. I'll pick up this pot and I'll, pull on the wires, make sure it's all good. That pot is not hot at all. I could put it in my mouth. I probably wouldn't put it in my mouth because it's lead solder and I'd die, but that's all you need to do. Okay. So heat up the part, not the solder. Make sure it's clean. So you notice that's a brand new pot. And some people like to sort of sand the back of the pots. You don't need to do that. If your parts are clean and your tip's clean, it should go exactly like that. And it's super easy, super quick. You won't stress the part so much. You won't stress yourself so much trying to fit 15 wires in one giant blob of solder. That's hard. I can't do that. The people in the factory have a giant factory solder thing. You don't. So I recommend you do it like this. You don't have to. Do what you like. See you next time, I guess.